Hi, my name's Ray Krone. I spent 10 years in Arizona prisons, 3 of those on death row for something I didn't do. I was born and raised in a small agricultural town, south central Pennsylvania, a town where everybody knew everybody, helped each other, looked out for each other, shared good times and bad times together. I was in the church choir, the Boy Scouts, played Little League baseball, Pee Wee football. Graduated high school in the top 15% of my class. Signed up for the Air Force, spent 6 years in the U.S. Air Force. My time is up. I got a job with the post office, was 7 years in the U.S. Post Office. One day I was questioned about a murder of a local neighborhood barmaid at a bar that I played darts for, a bar that I played on their volleyball team. 2 days later I was arrested for that murder based on bite mark evidence, allegations that I was her boyfriend and that marks on the body matched my teeth. I was given a court-appointed attorney who wanted me to take a plea bargain. I refused. Just 7 months after the murder, I was in trial. The evidence against me was a bite mark expert who testified the marks on the body matched my teeth, that my teeth were unique as a result of a car accident when I was young, that those bite marks were made at the time of death, and that made me the murderer. My defense attorney didn't do anything, and in just 3.5-day trial, I was found guilty. And I was sentenced to death by the judge because the prosecutor said I was a monster, an unremorseful killer. How do you show remorse for something you didn't do? And so for the next 3 years, I languished on death row, wondering, worrying, hoping, wondering why me, what I do to deserve this, wondering what was going to happen, were they going to kill me, hoping that the truth would come out. After 3 years, my case was made it to the Supreme Court of Arizona. My case was overturned because the prosecutor had withheld evidence. The Supreme Court ordered a new trial. So I just got off the phone with the prosecutor's office. They just got back from the judge's chambers. They're cutting the paperwork. You're coming home today, Ray. And of course I was stunned. I mean, my heart stopped. I couldn't hardly breathe. I couldn't speak. I said, what did you just say? He said, Ray, roll up. It's all over. You're coming home. And I walked out of that prison 4 hours later, actually looking over my shoulder, wondering what were they up to. I had no reason now after 10 years, 3 months, and 8 days to trust this system. But I walked out through that gate, start my life all over again after all those years, to reunite with my family and friends. And also to the distinction when I walked out that day that I was the 100th person in America to have faced the death penalty, later to have been released, to be freed, to be exonerated, proven innocent. 100 mistakes they'd made. And so I thought about that and said, well, you know what? People need to know this. I never knew this. I was naive. I was stupid. I was ignorant, if you will, about how the system works, because it would never affect me. But it did. It touched me. It touched my family. And so I travel and speak about what happened. I've been on numerous TV shows, Larry King Live, Forensic Files, I was even on the John Walsh show. And I certainly didn't go to my high school guidance counselor and say, I want to be a motivational speaker, I want to be an activist when I grow up, can you put me in prison for 10 years so I have something to talk about? But I recognize it is what happened, it is the truth in my life, it is what I went through and experienced that needs to be shared with others. I was finally released after 10 years, 3 months, and 8 days. Thanks to DNA, thanks to reading the Bible, having faith in God for some kind of hope. And thanks to my family and friends who stood by me those 10 long years and believed in me and gave me that strength and courage to keep going when the system kept turning me down, kept refusing the truth. We find strength from a lot of different sources, but my strength didn't all come from within. It came from the outside people that came to help me and to become part of the saving of Ray Krone's life.